Hello, guys. Hello. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Hello. Hello, Premium Coaching for New Tax Pros. Hello, Mrs. Cohill. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Marissa. I just don't have the courage to say your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Welcome, guys, and anyone else that's out there hanging in and tuning in, welcome. So tonight we are going to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that is alignment. And as you can see in the title for tonight's live stream, it says why I am so aligned with the Roadmap 2.0. And as didn't really have to take notes, but I took notes because it's part of my, my content, my video content. And so I was taking notes on a few things I wanted to talk about. And you know what? I'll tell you this about alignment. There are a couple of things in my business where they are common denominators to like success that I've had and breakthroughs that I've had. And alignment is definitely one of them. And what I will say about alignment is one of those things where like you just know it's where you're supposed to be, for a time. You have this pulling or this nudge that you're supposed to do this thing. There definitely is a feeling around it versus just jumping into something or just doing something for the sake of doing it. Like it's very, very easy to do that in our life. And what I'll tell you is that it's one of those things where as an entrepreneur, you have to decide to get very aware of and pay attention to, because if you think about it, when you are working a traditional job, it's not really all about alignment, right? It really is all about doing what you've got to do, whether you like it or not, whether you feel like it's where you're supposed to be or not. And not many people really have, I don't even want to call it courage, but I will throw that out there as one of the pieces, right? Don't have the courage to go pursue something they want to do, or they just don't have the opportunity, right? Like time and space in their life just doesn't present it, right? And so they don't. And so oftentimes when we come into, the online business world or the entrepreneurial world, and we realize that there's not really a whole lot of things that we have to do, and that instead that we really should be seeking alignment. And again, I'll say that I'm speaking to those that do along the same lines of what it is that I do. And the reason I think alignment is so important when it comes to entrepreneurship, it's like I want to be careful with how I say this, but I also want you to get it. The reason why I truly believe alignment is important is that this is a volunteer army. No one is forcing anyone to be an entrepreneur or to be their own boss or to start their own online business. So why would we ever decide to embark upon a journey, right, that is not in alignment with what we want to do and what we want to accomplish and the kind of feels that we actually want to have about what it is that we do? And so being in this space for 16 years, I feel like more often than not, because I have had a great deal of success and a lot of fun in this industry, and so much of my success has really felt effortless. And I believe that the reason why so much of my success has felt effortless is because genuinely I was in alignment with what I was supposed to do at that time. When I first got started in 2007, right? I was in complete alignment. I know it felt right. I felt like it was the right opportunity for that time. I learned so much. I was able to establish myself as an authority and as a leader. I had something that actually gave me a real message. Like I was able to develop a message around it. I wasn't trying to fit in the mold of someone else. I wasn't trying to replicate other people. I really had a genuine message around what I was promoting at that time. Like I felt like it was perfect for me. As time would go on and I would promote other things, right? There was an opportunity where, literally almost everything that I've touched online, I've had really, really great success with, but there are just key times where I either thought about something and I kind of molded over for a period of time. And then the time would come or present itself to me as like being the thing that I needed to do. And then as soon as I jumped into it, it's like all the pieces just fell, in alignment or fell in line, and I would have explosive, success. I sat on an opportunity in 2008. And again, remember, I got started in 2007. But I sat on an opportunity in 2008. It kept coming across my inbox, and I kept saying no. I kept saying no. And I kept making up reasons for why I shouldn't do it. And I remember I was reading a book, and there was just one little snippet in the book. And for whatever reason, that snippet confirmed to me that this is go time. Go and get started. This is what you're supposed to do right now. And I remember I closed the book up immediately, right then and there. Closed the book up. I felt like I had the green light. I went and got signed up. I went and got set up. And that week, right, I earned over $1,800. Like the first 3 or 4 days in that business, I earned over $1,800. And you guys, it was a business that was only paying me $47.97 per sign up. The day that I sent out that email to my list, again, the power of building an email list, the day that I sent that email out to my list, I had people that were signing up immediately. And so many of them were saying that what I was promoting before, like it just didn't feel right for them. But for whatever reason, like this felt right. And literally within minutes of sending out that email, right, I was getting people that were registering and then they were paying. Again, like I really can't speak enough to alignment. It's kind of one of those things where you know it's right. And then you start acting and behaving in a certain way that really does bring about the results. And alignment, it is a practice. It's something that you have to learn how to listen to, be aware of, know the feeling of. And then you also have to be very, very decisive with taking action and like getting yourself on the move, like deciding to move, deciding to actually go with it, not tiptoeing, right? Not stutter stepping, but you literally got to decide to simply move. And again, I'll take a pause right here. Think about the opportunity that I just shared with you guys in 2008. I had been online for less than a year, but because I learned digital marketing skills, I was not only able to give myself the green light very quickly to take action on something when I had the green light. I didn't just go and invest in it, but I had the skills once I invested in it to go and put together, right, my money getting system so that I could send that out to my list immediately. And again, I had an email list. You guys see like all these things that I talk about, how they're so important. I had an email list, so I didn't have to start from scratch. I didn't have to figure out who was going to sign up. I had an email list to actually go to. And I remember at that time, my email list during that part of my business was right around 1,500 people. Some of those people had already invested into things that I had sold and done. And a good majority of them were just on my email list because the time wasn't right for them to join the things that I had did. But then when I launched that again, and that opportunity for quite so many months, right? I did exceptionally well on that opportunity. My very first month, I did like $5,800. And when I spoke to the owner of the company, he was like, "You did what?" Because again, he saw it as such a low cost opportunity, something that was so simple. And to hear that somebody just came in the first month, doing $5,800 from just the lower levels, he was blown away. I think about, again, these are just opportunities and times that stood out. 2013, when an opportunity, came around and I was at a low in my business. It just felt right? It just felt right. I got things set up and I just flowed with it. I ran with it. I put everything else to the side. I burned the bridges and I said, I'm just going to focus on this because I was in alignment. I saw myself getting to $10,000 a month in that particular opportunity. I called it. Right. I think I got started in June. I think I said by August, right, I was going to be earning $10,000 a month, and June and then July, right, I was already at $10,000 a month in that particular business. Alignment, right? And there's been also instances where I was not in alignment. And I really want to say during that time before 2013, when I went through about a year and a half, right, of being in a very, very low place in my business and I was hopping all around, that you might be able to relate to this. I hope you can't, right? But I hope by sharing this, that it gets you in a space where you don't make these kind of mistakes. When I wasn't in alignment, I was hopping all around. Like literally, I had no business direction. Like I was watching all the gurus and all of them were coming out with these new systems every couple of weeks or every couple of months. right? And I was in this system and in that system, and I was just like going with the flow and not in a very, very good way. But I was not in alignment. Nothing felt good. I was scrambling to try to make money. Have you ever been there before? Again, like I said, I hope you are like newer to my world and or you're rocking with me right now. I want this to be like a lesson to you and a warning to you, right? To like to really, really pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your gut, right? And if you know this is where you're supposed to be, I really want you to find the alignment, like why you know this feels so good for you, right? At this stage in your life. Now, what I love about the alignment that I have right now, it's an alignment that I can have so much trust and faith in because I know, like I'm clinging onto my book. I know no one can take it away from me. There's so much safety and there's so much security in that to know that no one can ever take this away from me. And that's the same thing that I get so excited to give to other people. And so I want to share with you guys just a couple of things, 5 different things of why I'm so aligned with Roadmap 2.0 and what Zach and Hannah have actually put together to help really, really good people learn digital marketing, learn the business of online business, and really help all of us stay in business for the long term and get ourselves set up for online business success for the long term. You guys, we can't make it online without developing these kind of skills. Over the past day or two, right, I've been taking my entire system that was on a different platform and I moved it over to system.io page by page. And every step of the way that I'm just flying through it, I'm like, praise God. Like, I know how to do all of this and I don't have to refer to videos, or I can just, replicate my page in a brand new system that I can, set up my campaigns and I can, create my rules and my automations and my workflows. And I'll tell you, even though system.io is pretty new to me, because I've learned automations and I know about rules and workflows and capture pages and all of these things, it's like I learned it once. I can pretty much jump into any system and pick it up just like that. Again, no one can ever take away the skills that I have developed by deciding to be a student of this industry. All right. So I'm going to rattle off, like I said, 5 things of why I'm so doggone aligned with the Roadmap 2.0, why it feels so good, like why I know I am truly building something for myself. And as I help other people become a part of this, that every single day, as I either give to my mentorship community, I give to videos, I give to live streams, I communicate with my email list, I know that a large majority of what I share gets lost. Or I know a large majority of what I share, people are not ready for. But I also know that there is a percentage of people where this is the time for them. And they're actually looking for something like this. They're looking to grab hold of something that is mature. They're looking to grab hold of something that is real. They're looking to grab hold of something that is legit, something that represents a real opportunity and something that's very, very sustainable. If you want hype, like go out there, you can find the hype. The hypiest I'll get is when I actually talk about the income potential or share with you my results. That's about the hypiest I'll get. But the fact of the matter is, like the email I shared today with my list, I realize how real of a thing is we have going on here, and how when people decide to invest into this course with Master Resale Rights, they're doing it because there's really something they want to achieve for themselves. This is not a game. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This isn't a flavor of the month. Like, people are literally coming into this and wanting to get set up so that they can provide better retirement for themselves, or they can supplement their income, or they can pay off debt, or have a higher quality of life. And if you understood what I understand, how you have brand new people, right, coming online, getting serious about this kind of stuff, getting serious about digital marketing, invested in themselves, learning, applying, getting out there every single day and taking action, And they're coming up, they're coming online and doing this and making so much money in such a short period of time. Why? Because the time is now. Because the time is now. So many people are beginning to come online looking for alternative income solutions. I heard a story today from someone else. They were actually in a biz op. I don't even know how I ran across it. I think it was just a snippet of a video or something. But a lady got involved in a business opportunity, and the price point is right around the investment for the roadmap. And she had failed in some MLMs and some things in the past. And she was at a time where things are really bad. She needed her car repaired. She needed a lot of stuff. And in her first month, she made $29,000. And over her first 3 months, she made like $75,000. And I listened to that and I know how real that story is. I know how real I know the potential is real. But here's the thing. This is why I buck so hard when I'm like, should I put something else out there to help people get started at a lower cost? And when I hear stories like that, I'm like, but that lady wouldn't have been able to change her situation with the program that paid her pennies. Like, there are people out there that every single time they make a sale, whether it's of their own product or whether it's, through a company or a license rights opportunity like this, they need to make significant money. They need the money to stack. Like, they're looking for life transformation, right? They're looking for life transformation style, financial changes. And that's what I love of what we have to offer here with the roadmap, right? And the master resale rights. It's like, if you decide to really learn digital marketing and learn the business of online business, and you get serious about going out there and becoming a pro in this space, you can attract a lot of other people that are burnt out on biz ops. They're burnt out on MLM and network marketing, right? They've been there, done that, tried that. They've been around, but they don't want to give up. And then you can also attract people, right? Like a lot of the people that I've attracted here, right? Marissa, Veronica, right? A lot of people that have never made money online, right? Never attempted it, maybe never even really looked into it. But they saw this as an opportunity, right? To learn how to get their share. And I feel so good in knowing that no matter what direction someone takes with this, that they literally are equipped to be able to write their own check. The only question lies is, will they? And I'm not talking about Veronica or Marissa, but anyone that gets their hand on this information, will they in fact decide to step up and write their own check? That's what's so beautiful about this. All right. So let's talk about why I'm so aligned with this, right? And if you're here, like, checking this out, wondering if this could be for you, I really hope this helps you understand more about what is offered here inside of the roadmap, and that this is not just one of those things where it's like a course to help you sell a course. It's so much bigger. It's way more vast than just resale rights. That's one module out of 28 modules that are actually in the roadmap 2.0. That's one module. Setting up a business, leveraging our master resale rights is literally one module out of the 28 modules that you'll have access to. All right. So number one, when I think about alignment, all right, the investment, I'm just going to talk about that first. It's in such alignment with me, right? Because number one, it's such an easy one-time upfront investment that literally puts you in the game. It's an investment where you don't have to worry about ongoing costs. You don't have to worry about upgrade fees, right? You invest the $500 one time. And let's say you do decide to go the route of, taking advantage of the master resale rights license and deciding to sell the course as your own. But the very first person, your very first customer, you are recouping your investment. But what I love is that many years ago, it wasn't just investing into a course or into a program. You also had to end up spending, like $100 a month on your resources. And so to know that literally you can get started with a $500 investment, and maybe the only other thing that you've got to decide to invest in is a domain name if you don't have one and you desire one, because we even give you the free marketing system and you never have to upgrade until your business requires it, which could be some months down the road. You could be making a lot of money by the time you need to upgrade your marketing system. And even with upgrading, we're talking maybe $27 or $47 a month, depending upon what your business needs. So for me, the price point, and when I talk about alignment and the price point, I mean, I can say it without having to hem and haw and make excuses around it and validate it and all of those things. I could share with anyone. If I was at the bank and my teller said, "What is it that you do?" And I told her and she said, "Tell me more, and how much does it cost?" I wouldn't bat an eye at the investment being $500 for the course and for the license, right? And all that it can do for her. Wouldn't bat an eye. And you guys, that's so important, right? Like pricing in your business is so super important. That's why, to me, there is no right or wrong. Don't decide on a price just because everyone else in the market is pricing their product or their service a certain price. Price it where it feels good to you. And don't worry about people thinking, oh, it must not be of a lot of value because you're only offering it for this. If you know it's of high value and the price point just aligns with you for all the right reasons, you are going to sell the heck out of it, right? And that's what I talked about in the email that I sent out, right? Is that you make so much more money when you are in alignment because you're not hemming and hawing, you're not making excuses, you're not having to fit into a mold of someone else. Like you're literally just able to show up and you're able to flow because everything about it just makes so much sense to you. And it's like you don't have to go into this flow or this rhythm of having to convince. Again, because you believe in it, you know the value in it, right? And you just show up for those that are ready for what you have to offer. Like literally when I think about alignment, I literally think about flow, where it's like just everything makes sense, right? And you just do what it is that you have to do, knowing that the people will show up and those that need to see it the way that they see it to align with it, guess what? They will. It's not about bending and trying to please people. Like it literally is presented as it is. Right? As the way that you actually see it. So number one, right? The investment, to me, I look at it as easy. Right? And again, when you think about alignment, generally there'll probably be words associated with how you see things and how you feel about things. And that's literally the word that comes to me. It's an easy investment. And again, I say it's easy because for someone that's looking to really learn digital marketing, learn the business of online business, they want to go pro at this, you're going to go out there and invest a heck of a lot more money to truly learn digital marketing and the business of online business to the degree that you're able to learn it in the roadmap. You're going to go out there and invest thousands of dollars. If you were to nickel and dime this information and invest into several different things, you're going to spend thousands of dollars, right? So again, easy investment. Number two, all right, legit training. I can't speak highly enough about the quality of training, the quality of information, the quality of guidance, how it's concise, it's step by step, it's to the point, it's practical, right? And that's why I love my mentorship, because my mentorship is way more about, mindset and alignment and messaging and, connectiveness. To me, it's like I kind of teach you the money skills, right? So it's like you learn the practical stuff in the roadmap, which will help you get set up for online business success. It will have you learning how to do all of the things, how to create content, how to create messaging, how to create your funnels, how to create your autoresponders, how to create your email campaigns, how to build your email list, how to leverage search engine optimization, how to use social media, right? Instagram, YouTube, all of the platforms. It's going to teach you how to actually do those things, how to brand yourself, right? How to create logos. It's going to teach you the practical stuff, which is lost for so many people. So I can't speak highly enough about it because as someone that's tried, and I have taught a lot of people digital marketing over the years, it's probably one of the most frustrating things to teach, right? Because from a technical level, it takes some people longer. And so it's just refreshing to know that someone can invest. And I know for a fact that they are in good hands, no matter how many times they feel like they have to go through the training. The training is theirs and it's theirs forever. So as many times as they need to go through it, right, to get to a place where they feel like they understand it and they can take action on it, it's entirely up to them. But it's like, I know no matter who invests into this, if they actually go through the training, like they are being made better, that they are developing the skills and they are acquiring the knowledge, right, to actually go forth and build a 6-figure online business for themselves. All they got to do is just apply it, right? So again, alignment for me is the fact that I feel good in knowing I can refer this to my mom. I can refer this to my teller or my banker. I could refer this to, someone I met at the store that asked what I did. And if they were interested, I would have no qualms in saying, yes, go here. Like, you could learn whatever it is you need to learn. You guys, that wasn't always true. There were some times in my business where I would never talk about what I did with people offline. My husband didn't even know what to tell people at his job in terms of what it was that I did, right? Because I was all caught up in biz ops, right? That had no value. There was really no rhyme or reason for what we were doing. We were just basically exchanging money for an opportunity, but there was no true product. There was no true service. Like, there wasn't really an end game with it. It was just, we were just reselling opportunity, right? So again, I'm so much in alignment because I could talk about this all day, right? In and out, hours and hours and hours and hours with anyone that will listen and have so much enthusiasm over what someone can actually get through this. And that's another key that I'll tell you about about alignment, right? Is if you can show up and just riff and just talk about it, right? And just share your genuine excitement. And that's what I love hearing, right? From so many of the members that I watch as they're getting started and they're starting to do video content, is the sheer excitement of what they have their hands on. And it's like, you can tell they genuinely want other people to know that such a thing exists, right? If you're feeling forced into talking about it, or shamed into talking about it, or you don't even know how to describe it, right? If you know that you love this, right, I'm going to ask for you to fall in love with it, to really understand what it is and what it means to you, right? And to allow the alignment to come. Right. But at the same time, if you find yourself involved in something that doesn't feel right to you, right, which I've been hearing that so much from people, right, that have been watching my videos and listening to me. And I've gotten the feedback from people saying, Steph, what I'm doing right now, like, it is not in alignment with what I want to do. And you're encouraging me. Like, I really think I need to do something different. And I love that. I love that my assurance in what it is that I'm doing, my certainty in what it is that I'm doing, is getting other people to take a harder look at what they're doing and evaluate it, right? Do we want to be stuck? No, I want everyone to have the feeling that I have when it comes to like doing this kind of work, because it feels so doggone amazing. All right. Number 3, all right, is there's a legit opportunity attached to this, right? I've always been down for wanting to make sure that people understand how to pick up this knowledge and how to develop these skills, because we've got to learn how to be our own cash registers. We've got to know that there doesn't have to be a middleman in order for us to have an idea and decide to monetize that idea and create an opportunity for ourselves. That's what's so brilliant about the internet. Again, many years ago, right, what was I doing? I was going from opportunity to opportunity. I was joining people's stuff, right? And so there was always a middleman, right? It wasn't me being my own cash register. I mean, yes, I went out there and I worked and I earned whatever I earned, right? But it was always me joining someone else's thing, right? What I love about the roadmap, and especially the roadmap 2.0, is that we equip people, right, to create their own opportunities. You are equipped to actually take an idea and learn how to monetize it if that is what you want to do. Even though I love the master resale rights opportunity within the roadmap 2.0, and that is like my front runner, like that is what I sell all day long, every single day. I know that if I have an idea or if I'm inspired with something, right, that I have the ability to turn that idea right into a product or to a service. I understand that my opportunities don't stop at just the license, right? First off, like, I've learned all this stuff over the years, so I'm very equipped to know how to turn an idea, into a monetizable opportunity. But I love knowing that that's what I get to give other people, right? That they have a legit opportunity, whether it's just the opportunity that they want to leverage with the master resale rights and just go out there and get started and start helping other people by selling the course to people, or whether it's, again, deciding to take a knowledge that they have or a skill base that they have and learning how to turn that right into an opportunity for themselves. And I love the fact when it comes to the legit opportunity, this is the part that is so doggone in alignment with me, is I love knowing that there's a difference between just simply offering people information and them learning, and then them still having to figure out like what to do with it, versus every single time somebody exchanges $500 for the course, I know that I've not only given them information, but I've given them opportunity, that I get to be the bearer of opportunity. And guess what? I get to give that same opportunity to them. So now they're in a position not to just equip someone with the information and with the knowledge and with the ability to develop skills, but now they are an opportunity holder, that they too can bless another person, right? With either information to create their own opportunities, or with a license, right? To be able to leverage the opportunity in selling the course as their own, right? And again, the whole idea for me, again, where the alignment comes is that it's so legit, it's so pure, it's so clean, right? To know that this is not something that can be taken away from anyone, which I think is my next point, which was ownership, right? You guys, it's being online for 16 years. There's been so many instances where there's like a give and a take. So even though there was a great sense of alignment in all of my many breakthroughs, it also came at a price where I was involved in an opportunity, right? And either those opportunities like fizzled away, right? Because that's what happens to a lot of these biz ops. They just kind of die and fizzle because they only thrive based upon the people that are out there promoting them. So if we get bored or we get shiny object syndrome and we hop off to something else, the opportunity is going to die. And so either opportunities died, or owners died, or, opportunities closed up, right? And so even though there was a lot of alignment, there was always that sense of, well, I wonder how long this is going to last. I wonder how long this is going to be good for. And so when I talk about complete alignment, it's like the peace of mind of like, if you've never created your own product, you wouldn't know this, but it's like knowing it's going to be there, like knowing that no one can take it away from you. And that's what we have here, is that no one can take any of this away from you, is that you can leverage the community, but you also can own all of the files, so that if anything ever happens to the community, that you can just simply upload all of the files to your own, server. You can do it right within system.io, or you can use it on a different platform, and nothing needs to stop when it comes to your business. That ownership and that opportunity component remains yours. And again, these are things I could talk about every single day, day in and day out, because they're the reason for why I'm like ride or die, not the roadmap, but I'm ride or die my decision to be about this opportunity and to want to get it in the hands of other people. I don't care what I decide to call it. For me, I call it a turnkey system, right? But the roadmap is who licensed me. The roadmap is the business or the entity that gave me the license to be able to do this. And so my alignment comes with knowing that I really have something that is mine. And the fact that I can give this to other people with so much of the work already being done. And where I've seen so many people struggle with having to get things set up, and they don't have to do that here. They don't have to create products, or they don't have to learn how to turn an idea into a product. They can literally begin to ride the excitement of what it is that they're learning and wanting to help other people that want to learn how to get set up for online business success as well. Again, complete alignment. It just feels so good. And I can honestly say that anyone that wants to learn this stuff without any doubt, any qualms, I can say, yes, if you invest your money, you're going to be in good hands, right? You are going to be in good hands. And then the final point, 5, all right, is I literally feel like I get to show up and I get to make money and I get to get paid for being me. And that's such a big deal, because there's a lot of opportunities out there where they control your social media. They tell you what you can and cannot say. Your affiliate agreement can be taken away from you, right? There's a lot of companies that if you are just a representative, you can't promote other things. You can't truly do what you want to do, right? They have a hold on you. In a lot of opportunities, you're not an entrepreneur. You're not a business owner. You don't own the business. You're just a representative. And as long as you know that, you're fine, right? But I literally love knowing that I get to show up and I get to make money truly being me. I can create the kind of content I want to create. I can go live, I can riff, I can talk for hours if I want to. I can do my own thing. I can upload videos, I can do shorts, I can go live, I can build my email list, I can have conversations. I can legitimately be me. I know that I am building a business based upon my own terms, and that is enough to attract people that are going to vibe with me and that are going to want what it is that I have to offer. To know that you can literally make money by being you and being in love with what it is that you actually do. Like, to me, that's such a doggone good deal. And literally, like, you guys who've known me and I've shared this, right? This is exactly what I said I wanted several months ago when I was deciding upon the transition in my business, right? I heard someone that was going live and making $22,000 a month. And I said, that's what I want to do. I know nothing about the woman's business. I don't even know what she sells or what she does. But I'm like, that's what I want. That's the exact business model that I want, right? I just want to go live, communicate with people, share stories, inspire people, share what I have for them, and have people that want to buy what it is that I have to offer. I want to help people, right? I want to teach. Like, I want to be in my element and in my zone and in my flow. And I want that to be enough to be able to make the kind of money that I want to make. And because I decided upon it, I decided to make it so. And so it feels amazing to know no one can take this away from me. No one can tell me I'm doing it wrong, right? And for me to actually know that it actually is enough. Like, this is enough, right? To help me make the money that I want to make and to help me grow, much bigger than I might have thought was possible, right? A year or two ago. That's amazing to me. And all of this alignment, you guys, from the investment to the legit training, to the legit opportunity, to the ownership, and to me knowing that I can make money being me, the reason why it feels so great in terms of alignment is that I get to inspire and I get to empower other people that look at my business and or look at the way I do what I do. And if they're inspired by it and they see themselves doing this, that literally, right, I can help them model exactly what it is that I do. I can help them learn what it is that I learn. I can help them get set up the way that I'm set up. I can share my funnels. I can share my content. Like, I can literally help them model exactly what it is that I do. It's the first time in my business in so many years, I think literally like forever, right? Where I'm literally in position in such a way where someone can decide to model what it is that I do, where I can offer true mentorship, where it's not about, well, don't do what I do, put your own spin on it. But no, I can, everything that I do, right? I can give someone the quote unquote license to model it, right? Make it their own, right? And never have to start from scratch. And that feels amazing, because I know if you or if anyone else out there is like me, that's exactly what I was looking for, right? So many years ago. You guys, I remember this so vividly. There was this lady I encountered when I first got started, and I was so inspired by her work. And I remember I invested into her little like inner circle. It wasn't a lot of money. It was just a couple of bucks. It was a monthly thing. And I remember I hopped on a training of hers. And I actually had built my own little, funnel system thing for my business. And she was in a totally different industry. She wasn't even in the business industry. She was more of a life coach, a spirit, like a Christian life coach. So she was a Christian and she was a life coach. But I really just liked the way she explained things and broke things down. And I felt like I aligned with her and I resonated with her. And I'll never forget this. I hopped on one of her training sessions. And as you guys know, I've told you guys this many times, one thing that I used to always do is that whenever I was on a training session or I was hanging out with someone and I was learning something, if I left that call like really, really inspired and excited, I would use that energy to go create a video and to share like what I learned and, just what I learned, right, to help other people. And I'll never forget this. Like, she totally first off, she blacklisted me. She kicked me out of her program. And she basically told me that I was like ripping her off. And I'm like, you should be happy that someone's coming into your program and they're so excited about what they're learning that they go out there and let people know like what's going on. And they're excited. Like, no one's like copying you verbatim. It's the sheer excitement, right? And you guys, as the years would go by, she wouldn't thrive. She wouldn't thrive. She wouldn't grow, right? Because she didn't really have the heart for wanting to help people. She didn't understand helping people, right? Again, she was literally trying to put a gate around everything. And I look at what it is that I do now, and it gives me so much joy to know that I can inspire other people. I can empower them. I can give them hope. That if someone's sitting there saying stuff, I would love to model what it is that you're doing, that I can honestly say, you can model it. You can go and learn every single thing that I know about business. You tell me exactly what you want to learn. You tell me exactly what you like about my business, right? I'll not only offer the mentorship, right, to help you in a bigger way, but I'll tell you exactly where to go within the roadmap to pick up these skills, right? To acquire this knowledge and pick up the skills so that you can know exactly what I know about making money online. You can build funnels, you can put together your campaigns, you can learn YouTube training, or if you want a different platform, like you can learn these things. And then I can offer my mentorship right on the back to help you with the finer points of like learning how to get paid to be you, that you are enough. You can get out there as you are and begin to inspire and empower other people. I can help you with that, right, through the mentorship. That's what fires me up. Right, is to know that I have that kind of business. And to me, all of that screams alignment. All of that screams alignment, right? I know that I am in the right place. I know that I am doing the work that I'm supposed to be doing. And so it's easy to show up on a daily basis or on a nightly basis doing these live streams. Like you guys who know, you know, right? Like out of 30 days, right? I'm going live probably about 26 of those days, right? That's not a gotta. If anything, it's a gotta, right? For the purposes of, I want to be out there. I want to be doing this. I want to be sharing. I want to be helping people. And when you get to that place in your business where it's no longer about checking off boxes, right? Like, okay, I'm done for the day. But you really feel like I'm doing the work that I'm supposed to be doing. That's when your business moves to a space where it begins to be highly attractive, right, to other people because they see the joy and the passion with what it is that you do. And believe it or not, so many people want that in their lives, right? They might not like what they do on their day job. And the last thing they want to do is involve themselves in a business, right, that doesn't feel good, that doesn't light them up, where there is no passion, where they can't be themselves. And I want to show people that you can do this messy, you can do this ugly, you can do this feeling like you're not ready for it. If you can invest in yourself and decide to get access to what it is that you need to learn digital marketing and learn the business of online business, and you're willing to get set up, then you can do this, right? You can absolutely do this, right? So what I want for you more than anything is true alignment in what it is that you want to do. One of the modules inside of the roadmap, it's like one of the first modules, I think it's module 2 or 3. It actually taught, the whole module is about discovering the vision for your business. Why I love the fact that that module is so high up in the list of 28 modules is that it speaks volumes to the intention and the pureness or the cleanness in the motive behind the program. This isn't about us. It's not about the actual creators of the program. We want to make sure that if you're going to go module by module, that one of the first things you really touch upon is what you want and learning how to create a vision for your own business. Even if you decide to leverage the master resale rights like I do, you've got to have a vision, right, for what you actually want to do, right? Leveraging the product, because literally the master resale rights is just one product that you can actually sell in your business. Without a vision, again, you're not going to find the alignment. Right? Without a vision, how are you going to inspire other people? How will you be able to help other people tap into their vision or see something bigger for themselves? Right? You can't. And so I love that it's like everything that I've stood for over these 16 years. And again, I'm going to talk about the investment. That everything I've stood for over these 16 years, everything that I had to piecemeal together to learn over these 16 years, that people can get everything that they need in one simple, organized, clean platform. They can learn it all, right? They can begin taking action. They can decide to master certain things. And again, the investment, right, is just easy. It's a simple $500 investment, right? And for those that want a payment plan, there's payment plans in place as well, right, through Afterpay or through Klarna. And you even learn how to set that up, right? If you want to be able to offer those kind of, opportunities or those kind of leverage points inside of your business, we help you set all of that up, right, through your actual training. So I really, really hope this has helped you. If anything, giving you something to think about, right, when it comes to what you're doing in your own business and how you actually think about it. Because I'm going to tell you, when you are in alignment and you realize there is no true right or wrong, you are always going to show up, for the most part, right, with other people's best interests at heart. Right? You're going to realize, like with me, with the pureness and what it is that I do, like I know I'm going to make the money. I'm always going to make the money. And so I don't have to, use any kind of schemes or tactics or, I don't have to get crafty with my sales approaches or anything. I just get to show up and speak the truth about what it is that I love and what I'm a part of and how I believe everybody online that wants to learn digital marketing and start an online business should know about this, right? And there's no right or wrong for me. I just get to do it. You heard what I said. I get to do this. It's not something I have to do. To me, it's like an honor. It's a privilege. It's a pleasure to be able to do this. And that's where I want to help more people get to in their business, where it's not necessarily a feeling of a second job or something so laborsome, but it literally, right? It's something that you enjoy. It's something that you love. Because if you do, guess what? You'll have no problem creating the content. No matter what platform you decide, you'll have no problem like doing what it is that you've got to do to move your business forward and to connect with more and more people every single day. All right. So I really, really hope this helps you. Get in tune and in touch with like your own unique alignment for what it is that you're doing, the reasons behind why you're doing it, and that it allows you to go out there and build a business, right, of people that see things the same way that you see them. Because believe it or not, no matter how great, like in this instance, the roadmap is, people are still going to buy from people they connect with. They're still going to buy from people they connect with. And that's one of the reasons why I've actually decided to actually take the approach of actually talking about very directly, right, my involvement in the roadmap, because I know there are a lot of people out there, right, that are getting misinformation, they're being misled. And again, it's not the program, it's the people. And some of them just, they're missing the approach. They don't get it. And I really, really want to help people get it. And I want to be a source. I want to be a resource, right? I want to be, a reputable source they can turn to really know what this is all about, right? And to get the answers that they need and even the help and the support as they decide to go forth, right, with making this a part of their business or deciding to learn digital marketing. All right. So I really hope that you are leaving better than when you came, if you are ready to actually check this out. I did something really cool. It's when you go through my old system, it's still, you're going to see what you got to see. But when you go to GoProWithSteph.com and after you opt in on the sales page, if you go all the way down to the bottom, as you read through, you're going to see a video there now. And that video is like 4 minutes long. And I've given you a tour of the roadmap. So you're going to actually see what the community looks like. You're going to see all the different events and things that we have going on as a community. And I actually walk you through the modules. I show you roadmap 1.0 and I show you 2.0. So you actually get a behind the scenes of what all of this looks like. And you can see that everything is legit. When I was recording the video, for me, I got so excited over seeing like everything within the community, because oftentimes I'm not that involved in the community events. But I know when I was getting started, that would have been something so cool for me to see and to know that I truly was not in business all by myself, that I wasn't just buying a course, but that I was really part of a community. So we have over 20,000 people that are actually in the roadmap. And so along with actually being a part of all of that, right, you're also part of my mentorship, where you get access to additional resources, additional training, additional guidance, and even additional like events that I do right all throughout the month. I do an office hours every Tuesday where my Zoom room is open and you can just pop in and ask questions and get guidance and get help. Tomorrow night, matter of fact, we're doing a live orientation for all members because 2.0 is pretty new and I have a lot of new people that have recently joined. And so I'm doing a live orientation to help people like really understand how to go at this. And depending upon what their goals are, I'm going to help them get started in the right places. And again, just orientate them to everything that we have between the roadmap and between my mentorship. I just want to make sure people know what is all available to them and how to actually use it to get exactly what they want out of this. So like if all of that sounds good, like definitely go to GoProWithSteph.com, check everything out, decide to get started. Like if you know you want to learn digital marketing, you need to learn digital marketing, you need to learn the business of online business. You feel like you have a lot of questions and that you feel like you never can just get down to the bottom of things, right? Like you always feel like there's something more lingering. This is where you need to be because you won't have to look outside of this to get the answers that you need to actually move forward. You'll have everything here between the actual roadmap and between my mentorship community and hub. You'll have everything that you need. So again, the investment is $500. And like I said, there are payment plans in place through Klarna and Afterpay. So if you're able to leverage one of those, definitely leverage those to actually help you in getting started. And if you do have any questions, feel free to hit reply once you've opted in and let me know what questions you have. I'll be more than happy to answer them. All right. I'll say this final thing in closing. Over my 16 years, I've only shared with you a couple of instances where I know for a fact it was the alignment, right, that allowed me to have the breakthroughs and experience the wins that I did. But there definitely have been probably well over 10 opportunities, 10 times in my business, easy, right, where the alignment was so deep, like sometimes I didn't even realize, right, the kind of money that I was actually earning. There was this one time, it was a $100 business, right? It was $100. And I remember I looked up at the end of the month and I was like at like $18,000. And I'm like, how did that happen? Right? I was doing that business and something else. So I'm like, how did that happen? And I really believe when I think back, I was just so deep in alignment, right? I even went back to my email and I looked up like the course of actions, how everything happened. And it was just sign up after sign up after sign up after sign up. And it was like people were just seeking me out from my videos and even on Facebook, they were just seeking me out. And I remember like I was just showing up and I was just sharing, I was just speaking about it. And it's like every single time I turned around, I found more reason to talk about it and to introduce it to people. Y'all, that's what alignment is all about. You will make more money when you're not just doing something to be doing something, or when you're not just following the trends, but when you really find yourself aligned in what it is that you're doing. And you can honestly say, like everyone out there that wants to know about this or wants to experience the outcome of this, they need to be here. And that's exactly where I am when it comes to like what we offer through the turnkey system, AKA the roadmap. All right. So go get your hands on the information. GoProWithSteph.com. I look so forward to seeing you take action and get started. And once you get started, make sure you email me so I can make sure to send you the details tomorrow for our orientation, which will be happening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via Zoom. All right. So I need to make sure I get you that information. So make sure you reach out to me so that I can get you locked in and get you what you need. All right, you guys have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much, Thomas, for letting me know you're leaving better than when you came. Again, I hope that tonight has blessed you. You will always make more money, right? When you know that you are aligned in what you're supposed to be doing. Have a great night, you guys. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Bye-bye.